Alright. Shalom. Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Bakar Kodash, Barakathon to the evolution apostles, Wa'akim, Wa'akwaf, and I say Shalom. And this is a prophecy update as of September 16th, 2025, on this Tuesday, September 16th, 2025. And this is as I mentioned again, this is a prophecy update. And this is from RT.com. It says, from September 16th, 2025, it reads, it says, Israel guilty of GENOCIDE in the Gaza, the U.S. Commission has said. It says West Jerusalem has rejected the accusation slamming the body as a Hamas proxy and calling it a appellation, if I pronounce that right. It says Israel has committed against the Palestinians in Gaza. U.S. Commission of Inquiry said in a report published on Tuesday, and it says according to the findings, Israel has committed 4 of the last 5 acts defined under the 1948 Convention since the start of the war with Hamas in 2023. It says that this includes cause of serious bodily and mental harm, deliberately inflicting conditions of life aimed at destroying Palestinians in the whole or in a part, imposing measure, prevent birth. It says the commission finds that Israel is responsible for the commission in the Gaza, and Livia Patlia, a chair of the UN body, says that as the press conference in Geneva, it is clear that there is an intent to destroy the Palestinians in Gaza through acts that meet any criteria set forth in a conventional. Philia blames Israeli authorities at the highest echelons to these atrocities. Crime said that they have orchestrated a campaign for almost 2 years now, a specific intent to destroy the Palestinian groups in Gaza. She added that the Israelis authorities have also failed to prevent or punish those responsible by the non-investigation or prosecuting the predators of the acts. It says the commission says it analyzed the Israeli actions in Gaza. It says including imposing starvation, right? Because they 3 weeks ago they declared a famine due to they claim due to the fact that they put the blame on Israel Defense Force. It says the human conditions of life for Palestinians, including a intent, was only reasonable inference. It also cited that the systematic construction of the healthcare and education, along with the systematic of the base violence against the Palestinians, the commission urged Israel to end the deletion in Gaza and call for the UN members that it halt arms transfer and prosecute individuals and companies conflicted in the deletions. It says the Israeli Foreign Ministry has rejected the commission's report as a fake. No, I don't think that's fake. It says accusing of being a Hamas proxy and calling it for immediate abolition of the panel. It says the report relies entirely on Hamas falsehood, laundry, and repeated by the others. Ministry claim Israel categorically rejects this deserted and false reports. And it says, calls for the immediate emulation of the commission of the inquiry. It says the conflict has continued since October 7th, 2023. It says that when the Hamas militants launched a surprise assault on the southern Israel, killing at 1,200 people and more than 250 captive, Palestinian death toll has risen to 64. That's what you call a lot of deletion right there. 6,905. That's what you call unrighteous decrees right there. And that's not including men, women, and children. Man, they let you know those Israelis, that's what you call unrighteous decrees right there. They is committing that G word, which I'm not gonna say. And they causing the G word, and they causing the deletion as well too. It says on Tuesday, Israel launched a ground offense in Gaza City, one of the few areas still outside of IDF control after weeks of intensifying strikes on alleged Hamas targets. It says the move follows the Israeli Security Cabinet approval of plans to seize the city last month. Bring up that Isaiah 10 and verse 1, because what the Israelis doing against those Palestinians, that's what you call unrighteous decrees right there. And then they're trying to deny the fact that they do that to innocent men, women, and children over in the area, creating starvation, causing famine, causing a lot of people being displaced. So that's what you call unrighteous decrees right there. It's the book of Isaiah. Isaiah chapter 10 and verse 1. It says, woe unto them that, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees. Is that right? Because what the Israelis doing to the Palestinians over there, 64,500 people killed ever since the war over there in the Gaza Strip between the Israelis and Hamas and the Palestinians. Also, all those years and recently as well too, 64,509 people been deleted ever since then, and that's including men, women, and children. It says in the comparisons, what the Hamas did, that's like what 2,000 something, 2,000 deletions in comparisons to 64,000. That's what you call unrighteous decrees right there. And it says, Isaiah chapter 6, Isaiah 10 and verse 1. It says, woe unto them that decree unrighteousness, right? What the Israelis doing. Woe unto them that the decree unrighteousness decrees, that right grievous which they have prescribed. And this is it's the book of Genesis, chapter 6, verse 5. It says, and Yahweh saw that wickedness of man was great on earth, right? Wickedness was great on earth, and every imagination and the thoughts of his heart was only evil continuously, right? Unrighteous decrees. Once again, Isaiah 10 and verse 1. It says, woe unto them that decrees unrighteous decrees, and that right grievous which they have prescribed, right, as we see. It's the book of Matthew, chapter 24 and verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation, right, the Israeli force. Right, the Israeli Defense Force going against the Israelis. The Israeli Defense Force going against Hamas and the resistance of the Palestinians. It says, for nation shall rise against nation, which they doing a ground operation in the Gaza once again, which they did previously. And they did those heavy airstrikes for the past couple of weeks. So it's definitely intensifying over there in Western Asia, especially over there in the Gaza Strip, West Bank, Palestinian territory. So the tension between Hamas and the Israeli Defense Force is only going to intensify, even though they're trying to push more and more efforts to have another ceasefire. But ever since then, the tension's been only going to be heating up. So it's going to be more increasing ground operation and more full control of the Gaza Strip, West Bank, Palestinian territory as well too. It says, if a nation shall rise against nation, which goes into ethnos, and kingdom against kingdom, and there should be famines, right? 3 weeks ago, the God's script declared famine, and there should be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. It's the book of Luke 21. Luke 21, verse 25. It says, there shall be signs in the sun and the moon and the stars upon the earth. The disgrace of nations will perplex and seize rage ruin. Right, that's what we're seeing. So with that, this was just a quick prophecy update as of September 16th, 2025 on this Tuesday morning. So with that, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem HaKadosh, Barak Thumb to the elders and apostles, Wa'akim Wa'akwaf. Until next time, I will say Shalom.